They're all set. Field for the $1 Million Pacific Classic sent on their way to a perfect beginning, and Dramatic Gold in the white cap in the center of the track sprints to the lead. Slew of Damascus is in between horses, and Bertrando down at the rail, and they couldn't be going any quicker early on. Delmar Dennis is in fourth, and then back to Stuka with the white blinkers. Tinner's Way on the outside. Best held third last, 12 lengths off the leaders. Then we come back to Risen Roman, and Silver Music can't go at this pace. He's last. They run now towards the 7/8, and as expected, on the inside it's Bertrando, and right up alongside of him, Slew of Damascus, and they sprint clear up front. They lead by 4. Dramatic Gold is third, and Delmar Dennis scrapes the paint. Stuka is in fifth, 5 lengths off the leaders. It's another 5 back to Tinner's Way. Silver Music, the grey, is now 10 lengths off the leaders, and here's Chris McCarron just conserving best pal. The long shot Risen Roman is last. Down the backstretch they go, and Bertrando leads them by a half. Slew of Damascus is right there, and now Dramatic Gold's a close-up third. Delmar Dennis right there at the rail, and Stuka's on the outside. Those 5 are tightly bunched. It's another 3 back to Tinner's Way. Best Pal is 8 lengths off the leaders. Silver Music is having to start to be asked to pick it up now. He's going to swing wide, and Risen Roman just can't go with him. They go to the 3/8, and Bertrando's had enough. Bertrando's thrown in the towel. He's gone. On the lead now is Slew of Damascus. Dramatic Gold. Here comes Best Pal now. Chris McCarron's let him loose on the outside. Tinner's Way's in there. Silver Music didn't fire. A quarter of a mile to go in the Classic. On the extreme outside, Best Pal first 4 wide, but running well. Tinner's Way in the pink cap, then Dramatic Gold. Slew of Damascus has folded. We down to a 2-horse race. Chris McCarron and Best Pal on the outside. Tinner's Way and Eddie Delahoussaye, they come through the lane together. Best Pal sticks his neck out and goes for the wire, but Tinner's Way is all heart at the rail. Tinner's Way, it's just a matter of strength in the last 50 yards, and the strength belongs to Tinner's Way, and Tinner's Way has won the Pacific Classic from Best Pal. A great run from Dramatic Gold in third. Then we came back here to Slew of Damascus, Silver Music, Delmar Dennis, Stuka, Bertrando second last, and Risen Roman was last. The time in the board, a great 1:59 2/5. A very fast run race, and a very good win by Tinner's Way.
What a surprise, Tinner's Way, and what a satisfying victory for trainer Bobby Frankel. Remember, Bobby is the one who turned Bertrando out of his barn. He disagreed with Eddie Nahum and Marshall Nafee when they decided to take Bertrando to the breeding shed. He said, I don't want to have the horse this way. Put him out of his barn. And now Bobby Frankel comes back with a long shot, a horse at 7-1, Tinner's Way, and he holds off a courageous veteran, Best Pal.
And a tremendous ride by Eddie Delahoussaye, who inherited the mount when Kent DeSormo went to Saratoga. And watching the pink cap as Tinner's Way, a question mark about his distance, but not this afternoon. He gets the 1.25 miles and beats the old guy, Best Pal, who took this race in its inaugural running. Bobby Frankel, Frankel's revenge, as Tinner's Way wins by 1 length over Best Pal in a great Pacific Classic.
Tinner's Way with Eddie Delahoussaye, the 4-year-old chestnut colt. By the way, a son of a racing legend everybody knows. He is a son of the great Secretariat. Bobby Frankel's Tinner's Way has pulled it off for Juddmonte Farms, the unofficial winner of the Pacific Classic. And there is Bobby Frankel. Last year he was the Eclipse Award winning trainer, and he really owns this race.
He's won it 3 years in a row now. In the last 2 years, he's had the exacta. This year, he only had 1 in the race. And watch as Tinner's Way swoops through between horses, passing Dramatic Gold in the white cap, and on the inside, Slew of Damascus, who had pressed the early pace with Bertrando. But as they straightened away in the final furlongs, it's Tinner's Way with that unrelenting pace. And on the outside, Best Pal shows there's still life in those old legs. It turns into a 2-horse race for the wire. But on the inside, Tinner's Way has too much. And on the outside, Best Pal, one of the most popular horses ever, and a tremendous round of applause here as he came on the track, as he made his move, and as he finishes second. But it's all Tinner's Way, and it's all Bobby Frankel.
I'm with Chris McCarron now, the rider for the first time of Best Pal, and Chris McCarron has now ridden for the top money earners of all time in thoroughbred racing. John Henry, Ali Sheba, Sunday Silence. Now he adds Best Pal. Man, this 6-year-old has some heart, doesn't he?
Oh, I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to be included in those names you just mentioned. He's got a big heart, a real big heart, and he ran awesome today. He just had that 1/7/8 prep under his belt, but he sure finished well. Mandela put him in peak condition for this race, and You know, you just get outfooted from the 8th pole to wire.
Did you expect to see Tenner's Way in front of you, though, Chris?
Well, Tenner's Way is a very nice horse. His form is very consistent, and he's been running very well this year. And you can never count Delahousie out. When you hit the head of the lane and hook Eddie, you better have some horse under you.
Chris McCarr, the Hall of Fame rider, and now the rider of Best Pal, and I'm sure you'd like to keep that going.
Oh, I'd love to keep this going. It's a very nice horse. I'd love to stay on him.
All right, Chris McCarr, the rider of Best Pal, finishing second in today's Pacific Classic. We'll be right back. It is Bobby Frankel's race, Frankel's Revenge today. Tenner's Way wins the Pacific Classic pace 16:20, 7:40, and 7:40. Best Pal was second, and Dramatic Gold, the surprising part, the 3-year-old, gets up for the show spot for the entry. The exacta 8-1, $92.40, and the winning time, 1:59.2, equals the track and stakes record for the Pacific Classic. Dave?
Bobby, this has to be a satisfying victory.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most satisfying victories I've had, and this is it's right up there with the Japan Cup as the most satisfying victory I've had in racing.
But you didn't have the exacta this year.
Well, I only ran one, but believe me, I'm very, very happy.
Well, let's watch it again and tell us what, you know, again, we've got a turf horse that you take to dirt.
Yes, he's bred. He's a Secretariat colt, and I had so many turf horses that this horse was running so well on the dirt.
Let me point out he's about third last right now on the outside, white sleeves and a pink cap.
Yes, he's running good. Eddie, they really set a hot pace, and Eddie sat back there. And he just waited, and then when Best Pal moved, he moved with him, and he just outgained him through the stretch.
And we'll watch the move now, and what kind of instructions did you give Eddie?
No, I just said, Eddie, just let him be comfortable all the way. I said he's got a short run, and make the best of it, and he rode him just absolutely perfect. You know, Eddie, when he comes to the $1 million races, that he doesn't panic, he doesn't get nervous, and he just outgames this horse, and it was a unbelievable victory for me.
What about a $3 million race? Might this be in the offing?
I think so right now, and you know, I don't know how he can do against horses like Holy Bull, but I'm going to enjoy this victory as much as I can.
The trainer of Tenner's Way, Bobby Frankel, enjoying his 3rd Pacific Classic in a row.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bobby. Chris?